Okay, hi everybody. Sorry about Thursday night. I have a new medication for anxiety attacks. It's not the Xanax, it's something new. It knocks me off my feet and then makes me feel like a truck hit me most of the next day. So I don't see me keeping this different one for too long. Not if that's the way it's going to work. So I missed Thursday night. Friday, I went and got my shots. I come home, and the doctor, I hear this plaintive little meow from out of the dining room. And I called her again, and I heard it again. And she didn't sound right. All of us with cats know there's a certain cry they make when they say meow that you know they're in trouble. Usually stuck somewhere. And she hadn't wanted to come eat with the gang of five anymore because Aragorn jumped on her back, which hurts her, and then chased her in the dining room. So she's been sleeping up on top of a very tall pile of boxes that is against the wall in a corner, the far corner of the room. So I thought maybe she rolled off of it and fell off and got stuck. So Friday, I spent a lot of hours clearing the way in and lifting lots of things I shouldn't be, or pulling them, and got all the way over to where she usually sleeps, checked all around that, checked under the table. By this point, she had stopped meowing, but every once in a while I could hear like a little claw noise on a plastic bag. And that's when I realized she's probably at the other end. And I can't do anymore. I've just pushed myself to the physical limit. And I just was, wherever you are, baby, I'm sorry, but Mom's got to go lay flat. I can't get to you. And I didn't hear any responses. I didn't hear any more noise either by that point. And I'm thinking, God, this is going to be like Big Daddy all over again. Who was a cat that it was a stray who we did let into the house. Once he was fixed, that was fine. And he always used the litter box. And he would go out in the yard with me. And he kept pestering to go out. And I knew he hadn't been feeling well. He'd gotten to the point where he was sleeping a lot. But he went up I sat down out on the wood porch, and he climbed into my lap, which was not something he normally did, and meowed a couple of times. And I knew he'd been losing weight. I knew something was wrong. And then I stopped to blow my nose because I was crying, and he disappeared. He vanished. And I kept calling, and he wouldn't answer. We found his skeleton a year later underneath the tarp for some wood in the yard. He was inches from me when I was standing there calling, and he never made a sound. I don't think he wanted me to see the end. Cats will sometimes do that. And all I could think of was, I've lost my cat. My cat's probably halfway across the bridge, So I'm thinking the worst. I'm not in a good mental state. I go upstairs. I've got the heating pad on in this heat. And I'm conk out because I'm just wiped, and for the shots, I had to take a muscle relaxer, and I'm out. I'm out for about 3 hours. I get up, I come downstairs, and I think, okay, I'm going to have to do this from the other end of the dining room, right? Well, guess who's sitting on top of the china closet staring at me like, woman, y'all gave up on me. I am getting the dirtiest look from this cat. She is just like, don't even talk to me. At one point, right, I'm trying to talk to her. She literally stood up, turned around, sat down with her back to me, and proceeded to start licking her paw. I have never seen a cat so clearly say, talk to the hand. Remember that old saying? Oh my Lord. I was so relieved to see her, but at the same time, she was so mad at me. So wherever she had been, she did finally get herself out of it, but I think she went to sleep, took a nap, just like I did. But she was not at all happy with me. So I gave her tuna water from out of the tuna fish can, which she always loves. And so that kind of made it a little better. And so now she's been sleeping up on top of the china closet. So I just don't know her. I do know I still get glared at. So that was all of yesterday, and I was supposed to pack yesterday, and it didn't happen. So I've spent all of today, and Mike's been helping. We get all the stuff done. All the laundry's done. There's still, of course, we thought all the dishes were done, and Gary decided to clean his room and bring down and refill. The sink is completely full of dishes again. And it's, I don't know. I know it's after 10. It's got to be getting near 11 tonight now. 11:14 on July 20th. So, but my clothes are packed. That's in the car. I still need to, empty my car because I picked up some empty boxes from the lady whose house I had cleaned out. She's letting me have the U-Haul boxes because they're sturdier. They're so much sturdier than the ones that I have from Home Depot. So since they're ripping apart, she's given me the better ones from U-Haul to repack things in as I sort and organize. But I've got to get all that in. I still haven't emptied the car. Tuxedo Kitty is back. He came back today. It is a he. It is now fixed. It's now had its rabies shot. But it wasn't tested for anything. So I don't know if, and he has no chip. So I don't know if he was skinny because he was somebody's cat who got lost and didn't know how to hunt to eat. Or I found out they can get skinny like that if they have distemper. Now the problem with distemper is it's highly contagious. And I'm really surprised they didn't test him for it. Because I would think you wouldn't want him in your clinic anywhere near other cats if that's what he's got. So he's back. And One-Eyed Jack is back. So when we get back from summer camp, I'm going to... No computer. I'm going to see if they can't take him and get his eye fixed. Because his eye really, really, really needs to be fixed. What are you doing? This computer is acting so wonky. So we've also had problems all week, off and on, with internet. They've cleaned up all the tree. The tree had knocked the box right off of the pole, and the guy thought it had put it back up there, but he didn't do it very well because it fell off. So that was one reason why we had no internet. And so they thought they had that all fixed, and then they're gone. And 3 hours later, we again have no internet. And they didn't come back until Monday. So over the weekend, we had no internet. It's just been off and on. They finally, I thought they ran a whole new line. They finally realized that there's two splices in in this line, and that it's probably the fact that it is a very old line. So they finally put a brand new phone line and ran it from the pole to the house. And that seemed to fix the problem. And that was Wednesday. So it's been a busy week. Been a very busy week. But I didn't want you to worry. I am okay. Everybody's okay. Tuxedo Cat looks better than he had before they gave him intravenous fluids and some intravenous nutrients as well, because they wanted him to be well hydrated and okay while since they were going to put him under and do the neutering. So he's back. There is someone who might take him. I have to contact her again when I get back from camp and deal with that. So, but Gary will be here. My sister will be stopping in. So the house won't be empty by any means. And, but that's where it is. That's where I was. And it's 11:19. I better get going so that I can get this uploaded and get done what I need to get done here at my desk. And then get that car emptied, get the dishes done, and then I can go to bed. Because we leave in the morning pretty early. We got to be out of here. Well, drop-off's actually a little later. So we've got to be out of here by 8:30. And we all know what a morning person Nancy is. Yeah, I know. I hear some of you laughing. So I will hopefully be able to, if not do a live, do a video and get it to you from the camp. That camp is notoriously bad Wi-Fi. When you figure there's like 300 or 400 phones trying to ping the Wi-Fi at any one time. This phone is AT&T. I know if I had Verizon, when I had Verizon before on the cell phone, I had no reception at all up there. You actually had to come off the mountain to have reception. I don't know if I'll have reception with AT&T or not. So if I can go live, I will on Thursday. If I can't, I'll still try to get a video up. Okay, so you guys have a good week, and keep Tammy and Mark, I believe is her husband, from Vintage Uprising, Texas in your prayers, because I know there's been a GoFundMe going around, and you can also do the buy me coffee off of her channel. And since Hurricane Beryl hit their house, it caused a fire, and they've lost everything. So it's gonna be a lot for them for a while. So I will check in with you guys when I can. Bye. And in the meantime, if you miss me, you could always go watch some of the old videos or the old lives. So you can see how far things have come in some areas. So have a good week. Bye.